Hi everyone, this time we're looking at the keybinds tab in the options menu. So I personally use mostly the default keys as I find them fairly convenient, and I don't use any custom keybind settings. So instead of going down the entire menu and explaining what each thing does, as most of them are quite self-explanatory and it's quite long, I'm just going to highlight some interesting things that you could use for key binding. So first thing, especially on ground, so ground and space, and then this is the same thing as the controls tab, so you want to customize these separately. So customize ground, press OK, come back, and then press space and then customize those if you are customizing. So the first thing to note is the walk. So by default, this is actually disabled. So if you do make a new character, and this tab is only available when you log into a character, you want to activate this by, well, binding it to some key that is not already used, if you do it that way. So I use the key above the tab key. I'm not actually sure what it's called, but now I can use it. So I press that, and I'm walking. And if I release it, I'm jogging again. And of course, if you have the shift key on, you can run. And yeah, so this is mostly for role players, I suppose, and unless you also want to do some walking animations and all that. But yeah, it's an option. Alright, let's jump down to miscellaneous, as everything else is pretty self-explanatory. So here's the nice stuff. Roll need for loot, roll greed for loot, and pass on loot. Control Q, A, and Z. So I actually didn't know about this stuff until I went into the miscellaneous spot in this tab. So for future videos, you will no longer see me pressing the 3 buttons, unless of course I forget. But yeah, Control Q, A, and Z by default. So that's nice. And everything else is pretty much the same. Let's change to space. So in the controls video, I talked about pilot maneuvers, so I believe by default it is set to left shift. So if you press your shift button and press one of the directional keys, you will either activate your roll, afterburners, or what is it? Reverse thrusters. But of course, if you have the tab move in direction to roll, you can just tap one of these buttons twice and your ship will activate the piloting maneuver. Everything else is not so important. And down at miscellaneous again. Now this is the same for ground, but let's talk about the screenshot stuff. So TGA and JPEG. I usually just use the JPEG take screenshot option, which is by default set to print screen. So this is actually, I don't know why it says sysRQ, but it is the print screen button. And actually, I have never used the I don't even know where the sysRQ key is, so this is kind of awkward for me. But the print screen button will take a screenshot without the UI, but do actually deactivate your UI as well, because if you don't have that deactivated, some NPCs with those displays above their heads will still be captured. And you can turn off your game UI by pressing Alt 12 by default. So that's nice, right? Alright, well that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and ring the notification bell to be notified of future videos. Helps out the channel quite a lot, and it's free, so why not? Also, if you want to support me through Patreon, that's in the description, as well as a growing Discord server where you can speak with fans or myself directly, and also in the description below. Alright, see you guys next time. Bye!